depend on God. Maybe I didn't tell you about the years that before I became pastor of the church, before I started traveling, before people started saying my name, I spent years like this. Talking about the years when I was disabled, when I was crippled, when I was in a coma. I'm talking about the years when I failed a certain grade in school because I didn't want to go on. I'm talking about the years where I couldn't tell people. I was smart, I could read, but I was lonesome and I was lonely. Because what the enemy was doing, I didn't know it was him. I thought it was God, so I didn't even pray for help because I was mad at God. So that's where some of you are right now. You're just lonely, you're broken, you're isolated, and it's working because Satan says, stay by yourself. There are two words that he wants to do. Remember this: divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Can you say that with me? Divide and conquer. That means put you so far out there by yourself that nobody will know you're suffering and dying. You pulled yourself away because you cannot face the pride of saying, I must seek people that can help me where I got lost. One day God came to Job, but it took a minute. And let's say that according to the Bible, God sat down beside Job and said, Job, I heard your prayer. I heard it a long time. Now, between that first chapter and that last chapter, a whole lot of stuff happened. Job said a lot of stuff, but he never cursed God. I don't care what happens in your life. When you put your mouth on it, you say where your heart's been the whole time. And even if it wasn't and you didn't mean it, Satan says, if I can get it to come out of your mouth, you will cancel everything else that's coming into your life. God said to him, Job, I want to bless you. I want to bless you.
I want to bless you.
I want to give you a second chance.
I want to
give you a second chance. I'm sorry, my mic.
Second chance.
But what you have to do,
but what you have to do
is you're going to have to pray for those friends who turned on you.
That you have to pray for your friends who turned on you.
What? Yeah, you see, what God is interested in now is making sure that Job doesn't allow himself to operate in unforgiveness. So now Job is having to pray for the very friends and the people who told him he was wrong. God said to him, your freedom is locked up in your enemies' hands who look like your friends. If you pray for them, I'll release you. And the end of the story happens like this. Now Job got all of his stuff back. Because even though the devil stole it, he couldn't destroy it. Because if Job got it from God the first time, God has more of it the second time. Some of you right now are on your second level of blessing. And if you're not there, you're on the road to recovery. And there are some people that will see you looking like this. There are some people who will notice that you got your swag back, that you got everything back that you lost. And they don't know why you jump up in church. They don't know why you refuse to miss an offering. They don't know why you come to tithe in your time. They don't understand why you got to come to Monday school and every time the church has something. Because ever since they have known you and every time they see you, you always look like you have more than enough. But what they don't realize is there was a time in your life when you were by yourself and God was working with you because God had you on trial. He was watching you and using you. Don't give up on your destiny. I want you to get to know your Father. Your Father is not going to allow you Now here is what happened to Job. When God started blessing Job, this time instead of Job putting stuff in his house, he started giving to God first. Because once you start giving to God and you plant it in God, even if Satan decides to come back, he can't have access to you, because now your tithes, your offering, your seed is connected to the God that says, okay, Satan, you can take all of that, and God will increase and multiply what the enemy tried to take away from you. I mean, if watches is what you have, if cars are what you have, you'll get more. You just got to deal with people who don't understand what abundance means. And so, come here, friends. Come here, God. Come here, Job. At the end of the story, sit down right there. There's God. You can get back up here. Yep. There are those friends. Yeah, you can just anywhere. And there's Job. But notice Satan is not dead. He's plotting his next attack. He's still doing what he was doing when we met him. He's watching. The Bible says he's only gone for a season. So you go ahead and praise through this one. You go ahead and rejoice through this one. It doesn't mean that tomorrow he's not going to wake up with some new schemes. But the Bible says, I've given you power and authority over every demon that is assigned to you. This Father's Day, get to know your Father. Get to know God. I mean, you have some... the pastor, when he said that day, he wasn't trying to destroy a boy. Maybe he was only saying what had been said to him. And so many times people will read the Bible and get a different version, and it doesn't bring God glory. But it caused the little boy to go back and run from God and never, ever want to do anything for God. But I love God because he's so cool and mature. He didn't fall for my little silly speeches. I hate you, God. God says, I can handle your fits, Rickie. I can handle your crazy. You're a boy. I'm God. And that's really kind of like what I wanted to say today. So many people are mad at God because Satan says the car wreck that killed your children, God is too wise to make a mistake. So if it wasn't a mistake, then you mean it was intentional? No, it wasn't God. Satan stole your children. And so if you're mad, get so mad that you don't give Satan another day. Now that you know. Now, anybody in here can challenge me, but I'm only going to use